Okay, guys, this is Dr. Sean over at the Natural BodyWorks, and today we're going to go over some bones of the hands and wrist, and we're going to talk a little bit about this thing, and if we can use this for things like arthritis, and I'm going to show you a couple points on the hand and how to deal with some arthritic issues of the thumb area. So this is our orientation. We're palm up, thumb, right? Finger, pinky finger, and then these are the carpal bones, and then this guy here is the radius, and this one here is the ulna. That's this bottom bone. Through here is the ulna, and then the radius, of course, because look, it rotates around it. The ulna kind of stays where it is, and the radius moves around it. So let's talk a little bit about some of the anatomy of this guy. So these, from here forward, these are phalanges. Phalange means pointy thing. And that's what those are, is pointy things. Notice there's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's 2 only in here. These 2 here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You have 14 phalanges on each hand. That's what 14 is 28 on both hands. And you add up all the rest is 56 because you have your hands and feet, right? It's the same. Proximal, middle, and distal. Okay, distal because it's further away from the elbow or the body. Proximal because it's closest to the hand, the palm of the hand. This is called the metacarpals. Okay, and you're going to have 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're going to be counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you have these guys in here, which are called the carpal bones. And there's a few ways to learn how these are. We're going to start with this guy right here, which connects right in like this. You can feel that one called the scaphoid or the navicular. If we go right in here and you move your wrist down. Now, it shouldn't hurt. Sometimes you feel like pulling through here. That's what we're going to actually work on with this pen and some stretches. But as we feel right through here, between these 2 tendons, and they call the anatomical snuff box right in there, as you push this way down, you should feel that bone push out towards you, okay? This is the most common bone broken in the wrist, the actual wrist, not over here. These are different. This is the wrist bones. This would be the forearm, okay? This is the scaphoid. Next one is the lunate. Lunate is the most common out of place, and that one we can feel, we can move this way, straight back and forward, okay? The lunate, and then we have the triquetrium, okay? And then we have the pisiform is down here, right? And then the pisiform, trapezoid, capitate, and hamate. The hook of the hamate is right in there. So it goes really, some lovers try, that's the triquetrium, positions that they can handle. Okay, so that's just a mnemonic for learning these bones. Don't worry about it too much now. I'm just going over the anatomy. Again, this is the radius and this is the ulna. But back to the hand. We're going to look at the hand. We're going to move these out of the way. When we look at the hand, we have this big one called the thenar. Okay, and the thenar eminence is this big chunk of muscle through here. If we take our handy dandy little electric pulse pen, what's this called? The Meridian Acupuncture pen. I have it set on 4. Remember, you have to kind of change the batteries. I actually left the batteries in here for quite a long time, so you have a good grip on it. You have to make sure that both guys are like well hydrated. Okay, we're gonna put it right here, and you're gonna see. If I let it really relax, you can see a little bit of the pulsing of that muscle, and I do feel a pinch. You're gonna feel a pinch. This is an acupuncture stimulator pen. It's gonna stimulate some of the acupuncture points. We're not worried about those right now. We're worried about the thumb joint. Get this muscle closer to the origin, closer to the insertion. You're gonna feel it up through here. If you catch this nerve, you're gonna feel all through that. Okay, move it off into the muscle, get it right in there, and there we can feel. There we go, a good movement of that. If I loosen my hand up, I can even feel it in this finger. Ooh, 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 ooh. There we go. Oh gosh, that's a 4. Let's turn it down a little bit. And then we have another point here. This is a large intestine meridian point right here. This one too, sometimes we can feel. You'll feel it in your finger. I want to get these muscles and these muscles through here. These are adductors, right? So those are some of the palmar muscles and the thumb muscles. Now we go through the joints. You have problems in this joint, which is the metacarpal phalangeal joint, and then this is the carpal metaphalangeal joints through here. This is a typical area of arthritis. Okay, so I'm going to show you 2 tricks. One, we're just going to work on this and try to get this to numb up a little bit. Now, as I have here, remember we can move this way and we feel that bone. This is right distal to it, and you can feel that pulsing all the way through to here. We're catching that nerve, which is kind of cool. And we move this way, we should feel it on this side because we're catching a different nerve. Okay, bonk, 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 bonk. But we are wanting to get just in, ooh, this whole area. Ooh, right through there. Now you can see the other videos I've done too on the different meridians and acupuncture points and acupressure points, but this is specific for thumb arthritis. Now, do these like I've told you before in other videos. You can watch those up there, but you're going to hit these points side and side of the joint, side and side of the joint, in the meat, in the meat. Just do those 4 points, and then we can try also a point down through here. Oh, there we go. This is a pericardial point, actually. This is good for nausea too. But I feel it through this finger, this finger, this finger, and the thumb. And we can move around, off it, and on it. Off it and on it. We're stimulating the muscle to move. And we're just going to try to burn out. Now you can hold it for a minute, right? Or 10 seconds. What I like doing, and this is just me, I mean, if you're doing acupuncture, you're going to have these needles in for 20 minutes, right? That's how you do your minimum. But we're doing electricity with this, so it should be a little faster. And we get right there. Light touch, I feel it. Ooh, medium touch, and firm. Now, if it's twitching in this hand, you just need to be more hydrated. Drink more water. More water with electrolytes would be best. Get some lotion on your hand, on both hands, and that should help that out. You can also grip a little tighter, will help keep from that getting that shockiness in this hand. Again, up through here. Now, we take this guy and just turn it off. Oops, let's turn it off. There we go. It turns off at 0. And we're going to take our thumb this way. Now watch this one. This is how I adjust my own thumb. You can do kind of like a little traction, kind of action. Just pull a little traction. You can also take this here and move back and forth. You can see that moving really nicely. And I can hear mine clunking there. I get a lot of swelling in through here when the weather changes and stuff like that. What I want you to do also is just take this finger, so your index finger, your trigger finger, and put it in your palm. Like you're going to grab your finger like this. Put it right there. And then the other one right at the base. Okay, we'll do it from this angle. Okay, so finger, base of the thumb, and you're just going to push those two together and push the whole thing forward. Okay, and sometimes, and if we were going to do from top of hand to bottom, from middle straight, and from bottom hand to top, it's just a mobilization. That's all this is, and it might pop. Okay, other things you do is really get those wrists to open up this way. This is a really good one, even if it hurts. If it hurts and you're doing this kind of thing, you could have like a tendonitis in here. We're not going to worry about that. It's called Finkelstein's sign anyway. But we want to push this way and get that stretch. Okay, stretch all this, grabbing the thumb, stretching. Oh, it hurts right in there. And we just do a little stretch here and just let it stretch. Give it some time to warm up. Remember, this is like working with cold clay. If you bend it too fast, it'll break. So we have to warm it up. So warm it up with some of these. Now, if you remember, I'm going to put the camera up, and hopefully you're not going to see everything in the room that's all messy. Anyway, we're going to hold the wrist this way, right? And we're going to do this. Round in circles, round in circles. That's going to open up the thumb and the wrist joints. And just keep doing that. Like, notice my hand goes up and down, rolling, rolling, rolling. Just a little wobble. Try to get a nice smooth feel. Notice my forearm is sliding back and forth like that. That's perfect. That's what we want. Nice, good range of motion. And that's what we want to get. So anyway, put this back down here. That's what we have with the Acupuncture Meridian Electrical Pen and Thumb Arthritis. So this is some thumb? What's a thumb? Thumb movements and wrist movements. You guys take good care. Don't forget to subscribe and like the thing. Look at the playlist. I have tons on this thing, and I do a lot of other stuff. I'm going to be splitting up the channel pretty soon because I'm going to put all my school stuff, because you've seen that, and the stuff for this, and some other cool stretches and other cool things on this channel, and another channel will be my education stuff. Take good care. Let me know how you're doing. I only have like 3 or 4 of these left, and this is May 2022. So if you want to order one, you're gonna have to order one quick because I'm running out. And when I run out, I'm not gonna buy any more. I have a different set of them to show you, which I'll go over another time. Anyway, this is Dr. Sean. Take good care. Here you go. You got your messed up wrist and pen. Okay, guys, remember we're talking about arthritis here, right? So what is arthritis? Arthro means like joints. And if you look at rheumatology, rheuma means like fluid that's between the joints, really, is the study of the fluid between the joints is a rheumatologist. And the arthritis in here is not going to go away easily. It's going to take a lot of time with proper range of motion and some other things. If you have a lot of imbalances chemically and physically because of old injuries and whatnot, it's going to be really hard to get. You're going to get some relief out of this with the pen. You're going to get some more relief with the muscle work or the stretches that we showed. But also you have to make sure you're working on nutrition. And then, you know, if it's both hands, you got to get checked out for things like rheumatoid arthritis, perhaps, or something like that. If you're starting to see a deformity, or you're starting to feel heat, or it's getting red, that's when to go get someone to check on this. And you need to get a blood test. You know, this is not going to solve that problem completely, but it's going to help you with it. And that's the whole idea of this thing. It's not to cure stuff, really. It's to help you with those things, so you can go like, oh, there's some relief, I can do some other things, or there's some relief, so I can rest and heal. Anyway, this is Dr. Sean over the Natural BodyWorks. You guys don't forget to subscribe and like and comment if you have one. This comes from comments, actually, this exact video on the wrist, bones, and hand, and the electrical medical pen, whatever this thing is. Dr. Sean, take care, signing off. We'll see you on the flip side.